Alright, for now, start cleaning out some of the sections over here. I got to get this cleaned out. Now this is where I had a lot of the vinyl. But I have a use for this section, so I got to get that cleaned up. And meanwhile, I had a computer sitting over here with a lot of crap that I wasn't using, nor was I using the computer, so I kind of put that all over there for now. And lessened the pile, because as I clean up and move things, I throw things away. So this is some of the vinyl that I had over there. So those are colors that are used, but not a lot, because those are all those little metal flake type, or whatever you want to call it, glittery. These are some glitter, but again, the blues and the reds you use a lot. The golds and things, not that much. I used to use a lot of gold on the boats, because they wanted either a black with a glittered gold shadow, or gold with a black shadow. So anyway, I used some of that there. The cobalt blue, again, I got to get another roll of cobalt, this kind, because that's also cobalt, but it's a different company. Bought them from the same place, but different company. The red and the blue that are here, these are transparent. They're tint. So if I was to put them on a window, you would be able to see through it, red, blue, or whatever. So that's a tint. You can also cut with it and do what you want with it. These are the colors that I have that I very seldom use, unless I just want to try something. There's a roll there, kind of a brownish copper, and you can tell that I've never used that roll. I've never used that one. I never used that one. So there's three of them I never used. That's like a tan off white. As you can see, the green and the yellows. These are the colors I use most. Now again, there's two different shades. There's three different shades of red there. And even though the three of them are close, two of them are real close, but one of them I would use as more as an orange than a red. So that's where we're at over here. And then you have your gray, your silver, and your deeper red. And that is a, what was it, cranberry I think it was? The deeper red there, that's a cranberry, that's a deep. These are some blues. That's a cobalt blue, the darker one. That's the same as this cobalt blue. See the difference? This is the one that I want, so I got to find out. And then these are magnetic, rolls of magnetic material. These two here. These are reflective material. When it comes to reflective, there's different types, so pay attention, because some of them you can only really, when you're applying them, they have to be in kind of a warm room. And this one here, for instance, you can't do any molding with it. Like, you can't stretch it or mold it around anything. Where you're putting it basically has to be flat. But it's a, yeah, I forgot now, highway traffic grade, blah, 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 blah. So, ocean, all that kind of crap. This one here is also good. However, you can work with this one a little bit. So there's different types depending on where you want to go. That, forget about it. Unless you're doing something for like, you know, like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks indoors, trade show, something like that, that's about all that's good for. Then black, you go through a lot of black. And then that's transfer paper. Now what I do is sometimes, now I didn't do it with this one because at one time I was doing 35 inch vinyls. So I had some larger transfers. But you can order the larger roll and have them cut it for you, and it's almost cheaper. So you want to weigh it out. If you, for instance, over here I got a 6-inch roll right here. Is it cheaper for me to buy a bunch of 6s if I need a lot of 6s, or buy a big old roll like this and have them cut it into 6, 8, 12 or whatever. You follow? Now that was a large roll. The white one. That's also transfer paper. And this is the rest of it over here. Now that one I believe was 36 inches when I bought it, and I cut 6 inches off it using a chop saw. Now, the problem being when you do that is if the chop saw can't make it all the way through it, you're going to end up with maybe a little gouge here and there because you got to rotate it. The other thing is that when the blade goes through it, it heats up the adhesive because there's a little bit of glue on this paper, remember. And when it heats up the adhesive, sometimes you can ruin it than what it is actually using it. And then up here, there's more transfer. This is just clear. This is transfer paper. This is clear. It's not white. It's actually clear. You're just seeing the white paper behind it. Why do you have clear? Well, it's almost like, I don't know, why would you have clear? Anyway, who says that? Oh, Big Dude, that's where it was. I don't remember ever saying anyway as much as I say it now. It used to be and but now it's anyway because Big Dude says anyway. Yeah, that's where I got that. So, sorry, Big Dude, I can't say the anyway anymore because I don't want to say it. That's your line. So this is going to be, well actually what I'm thinking about doing is I can use that counter, see? So I'm going to take this vinyl cutter, not the cutter, the monster laminating machine that you see here. And I'm going to actually end up moving that over to there on the bottom part. And if I don't use the vinyl over there, I'll just put up some more shelving, but I'll tilt it a little bit. See how this one's tilted? I got it on a little bit of an angle so that the rolls can't fall off. They slide in. So I'll just shelve this side over here. I'll put the laminating machine down here. The longer rolls I can stick up top, and then I got that clear over there, so I can use that as my bench because I have a plan. So I may be buying more tools. So that'll be working for that, and this will also be part of that because this has got to get cleaned up as well. So, and let me see. There's 2 full buckets of casings and another one that I'm starting. I will probably get that up to at least half full this weekend. Over here I got some paint. A lot of this paint I am just going to get rid of it. I will probably take it out back and paint the woodshed. Whatever color I end up, I'm just going to mix it all together. Whatever I end up with will go on the woodshed. Because I got a lot of paint hanging around here that I don't need. So anyway, that's where we're at. Oh, and I got that TV that works, but TV VCR. But you know what, I'm just going to put it out to the curb and let somebody take it because it works. So, oh, and I got to buy a roll of vinyl. Now this is a roll of banner stuff. This is good vinyl. I told you about this before. If you're going to get into making vinyl, or you're going to have somebody make vinyl for you, a banner for you, you want this material, especially if it's going outside. You don't want that clear stuff. I mean, that flat, looking, it looks like heavy paper. So, oh, this is what they use when you want to put the flag or something on the back window of your truck, or you see them on buses when they do bus wraps on the windows. You can see out, but you can't see in because you're printing on this stuff. What it is, as you can see, it's a bunch of little holes. So you're printing on the white part of the vinyl. When you pull off the white part, and the clear part in the back, then it becomes sticky, and you stick this white on. So then you can see out, but you really can't see in because you're seeing the colors, you know, and that's how that actually works. What happens over time though is these little holes will start filling in with dirt after a while. So over time, depending on the route that you're driving or where you're living and parking and stuff like that, if you don't start using a real light bristled brush to clean out those little holes, you're going to end up ripping it off and re-cleaning, because it'll start filling in to a point to where you won't be able to see out. So, but anyway, I'll catch you guys later.